Hi there, thanks for checking out this edition of What's Happening at Effenberger Vineyards, where we make effing good wine. Well, the story has been the weather. We've had some nice rain events so far this year, but January, February, very warm. In fact, last week, the end of February, we set a new temperature record of 95 degrees. That's crazy for the end of February. It broke a record that dated back to 1901. Well, what this has done is it's caused the vineyard to wake up, which has put additional pressure on me because I've had to accelerate my pruning and trimming and all this other stuff that's going on in the vineyard. Let me show you what I've been up to. The cover crop that I planted in the fall has done really well with the rain. Time to cut it back so we can add organic matter to the soil. So it's time to do a little weed whacking. I've got my overalls on to protect myself from flying detritus. Is that the right word? Anyways, I'll use a string trimmer. I got to be careful that I don't touch the trunks of the vines because I don't want to nick or cut through the bark, which could introduce wood fungus into the vine. That would not be good. Two hours later, I finally got the job done, but the good thing about doing stuff like this in the vineyard is it gives you a chance to see the vines up close and see what's going on. Let me show you. So this is Sangiovese, and as you can see, these vines just took off in the last week or two with the heat that we've been having. These vines are already getting quite big. You can see that this one here is, I don't know, these shoots with this ladybug on it. This shoot's probably good 5, almost 6 inches long right now. Just for comparison, this is Cabernet Sauvignon, and this is one of the vines that takes the longest to wake up. And as you can see, compared to the Sangiovese, it's just starting to wake up. We're starting to get just a few little buds here and there that are coming alive. But this will be the last vine that we harvest as well. This will be probably the end of October this year. Well, pruning is super important because what we're trying to achieve is a balanced vine. We don't want too much fruit. That's called overcropping. And when you have an overcropped vine, the vine can't take care of all the fruit that's on there. And the vine's going to try to put as much fruit out as possible because in its mind, do plants have minds? I don't know. But what it's trying to do is it's trying to continue its offspring, trying to produce as many children as possible, as many seeds as possible. And we want to control that because if we have too much fruit on the vine, it's going to water down the color and water down the phenolics of the resulting wine. We don't want that. We want to have just the right amount of phenolics and just the right amount of color. So we try to pull back a little bit on what that vine is trying to do so that we get better wine. I know it's selfish, but hey, that's the breaks. I'm in charge. Pruning is like solving a puzzle, trying to figure out where you want the vine to grow in subsequent seasons, as well as the season that we're working on right here. And essentially what I want to do is establish one new shoot, 1-year-old wood, that's going to produce 2 little shoots right here that'll come up and have our fruit on it. And anything that's kind of coming out to the side like this, we want to get rid of because that's just going to be a pain to deal with. So I'm going to go through and cut these up. You want to have them about 4 or 5 inches apart. And anything that is like way off to the side like this, we're just going to get rid of and save the stuff that's going straight up. When I'm finished doing my pruning, 90% of the wood that was on that grapevine comes off. 90%, that's a lot of wood. And in most vineyard operations, that's stuff either gets burned or sent to a landfill. What I do is I take this stuff and I grind it up in my little chipper. There's the little chipper right there, right there. So it's taken about 3 or 4 weeks to get all the major pruning done, just putting in a couple hours here or there. In between work, work, the thing that allows you to do stupid things like become a winemaker. I'll tell you what though, you've heard me say it before, I'll say it again, being a farmer is not easy. And if you're not a good farmer, you're not gonna make good wine or great wine because it all starts right here in the vineyard. Well, since we were taking a look at the Sangiovese vines in the vineyard, I thought I'd tell you a little bit about the Sangiovese wine that we make here at Effenberger Vineyards. It's really good. We use a special clone or a type of Sangiovese that's world-renowned for producing some of Italy's best wines. It's the Sangiovese Brunello clone. This Brunello di Montalcino from Bondi Santi is a fabulous example of what I'm talking about. The type of Sangiovese that's in that bottle is the exact type of Sangiovese, the Brunello clone, that we grow here in our vineyard. So I thought we'd take a taste of the 2024 that I haven't even labeled yet just so that you can get an idea, or at least I could give you an idea of what this stuff tastes like. Nice nose. Oh yeah. Wonderful hints of blackberry, leather, a nice long lingering finish. Oh, it's really a delicious wine, and it grows super well here in Southern California. If you've been following along, you probably know that we sold out of our 2022 Sangiovese. I didn't have any Sangiovese in 2023. We got wiped out by Hurricane Hilary and the ensuing fungus that attacked the vineyard. But it's going to be back. 2024 is going to be the next vintage. We'll probably be releasing it later on this year. Go to our website, effenbergervineyards.com, to find out when it's available. It'll probably sell out fast because it's a popular wine. Anyways, thanks for watching this edition of What's Happening at Effenberger Vineyards. Appreciate it. Take care. We'll catch you next time. Cheers.